All right, now it's working. Now it's showing it's working. Good. Yeah, so anyways, they would have had to walk all the way down there in the Delphi case. I think they stayed right on the trail and then went down and crossed somewhere else. Who knows? I have no idea. Now, I'll tell you what, if the government was smart, they would have been babying Richard Allen, right? They would have been babying, meaning buttering him up. So he would talk. If it was Richard Allen and there was other people involved, they drove him nuts, right? So now you're not going to find out nothing, right? And I guess now the hunt is on for Odin's in Indiana or whatever. It's Odin season coming up. I guess they're selling tags like hunting deer, an animal, for Odin's. It's unbelievable. But that's the thing. They would have had to walk down the trail, continue walking down the trail. They didn't go down where they think they went. They would have had to cross the river somewhere else where it was more shallower, possibly. How did the person on the bridge spot the girls when it actually is a ravine in there? You wouldn't have been able to see the girls. The whole story that these people are telling is starting to interweave itself. I think they're going to probably pin it all on this one YouTuber that they already have. I've been asking questions. Do you think YouTubers have done this? And they turned around and tried to blame it on somebody else, right? Almost like the movie Scream. You remember the sheriff, right? The real stupid sheriff or whatever, or they thought he was not right or whatever, but he was a sheriff in that movie. And he ended up killing everybody. It was him that was doing all the killings. Do you think these YouTubers have done something like this? That's my question. Do you think they would have done something like that? And then turned around and 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 acted like they were investigating the crime. And what do these people do? Well, it's very it's unbelievable. Paige Turner is saying she believes that the whole thing is faked. Well, a lot of people are saying that. That would explain why no one has seen any crime scene photos. That would explain. I'm just waiting for the grass to dry and I'm out of here. Going to cut a yard. The whole fake crime was just a frame. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it was fake, but I don't think so. The crimes happened. I just don't think they happened the way that they're saying. I don't think the whole crime was fake. I hope Paige Turner saying the whole crime was fake. Just to frame Harmon. I don't know. There's a couple businesses out here that were named Harmon Glass and Harmon Something else, Harmon. These folks actually changed the business name. Yeah, they changed the business name. Right? Who was that dude? Probably because everybody underneath the sun is hunting anyone with the last name Harmon. And what's sad is the government is probably protecting them. That's some crazy stuff there. I think you're going to see some radical changes in America from all this crap that's been going on in America here pretty soon. I think you're going to see some dramatic changes in our country, probably for the worse, because they keep saying, well, it's still going to get a lot worse than what you're seeing. Now, I notice a lot of people, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, a lot of people are cutting down on their portions of food. They're preparing, right? And I did do a lot of checking on this. And people are eating small portions 3 times a day. They're preparing for what's coming to America. Inflation, the dollar has spiraled. Now, I did watch a documentary yesterday on the wall, and they are building the wall. They're continuing to build the wall now, but Mexico is actually helping and paying for it. And they asked the construction workers, who's paying for this and why is it being done? Because America's not, we're not supporting the wall no more. We're not, well, we support it, but we're not paying for it no more. They ran out of money. So who's paying for this? And the Hispanic construction worker said Mexico. And they said, why? And he said, because America's getting ready to collapse. The dollar is gone poo-poo. And we want to keep Americans out of Mexico because Mexico money is still good. So they're actually building the wall now because they're planning for America's demise, and they don't want people coming into Mexico. So yeah, that was shocking too. Right? That was pretty shocking there. So now Mexico is building the wall. They're going to finish building the wall, not because Trump said they have to or anything. They're finishing building the wall because they're saying that America is on its way down, and they want to make sure people don't come into Mexico. I was laughing. That was hilarious. But he's right. He's very right. I am going to finish my cup of coffee. I'm going to go cut this yard, get that over and done with. And then I got to come back. I think tomorrow I'm going to go over to my mother's, cut down all of her plants in her front yard and get ready for winter. I probably should wait until October. I always end up cutting all these plants down. And I have to do it twice. Like last year, I cut down this one lady's, all of her plants, like in the beginning of September. And I wouldn't be crap if we had not too bad of a weather last year. And them dang plants started growing back. So I had to go back like in November and cut all the plants down again for winter. So I don't know, maybe I'll wait to cut my mother's, all her plants down. Wait a little while. Right, because they're saying we might have a mild winter. But then again, they're saying we're going to have a lot of snowfall because when we have warmer temperatures and that cold front comes down, it creates massive snowstorms and massive amounts of snow accumulation. So we might have warm temps, but when it does get cold and snow, it'll snow massively because of the. That's right. It's the old saying. Indiana's starting to become like Indiana and Michigan is starting to become like Florida, right? If you don't like the sun right now, wait 15 minutes. It'll be raining, storming, and snowing. And if you don't like that, wait another 15 minutes, and it'll be back to sunshine. That's just crazy. Oh no, there's a lot of people page that are saying that. Are you talking it's nonsense gibberish about Mexico building the wall? No, they are. And no, that's exactly. They even asked the guy who told you to do this, and the construction. It's Mexico president, and they even asked him why is he doing this? He's, America's dollar going down too. We don't want you people in our country. He's right. America played the game all wrong, boys. We should have been making friends with these people. Bobby Kennedy got it right. We should have backed Russia. We should have backed the countries that have been backing us and giving us deals on stuff. We should have not screwed up that friendship that we had. Now, these people that we've been friends with, we had great deals and everything, gas and all kinds of stuff, right? They're saying even Vaseline has gone up. That's what they're saying. Vaseline has even gone up. That's a product of Russia and China and everything. And I'm like, people are complaining. All these gay people are complaining about not having lube and Vaseline for their things. And I'm like, you screwed that up. That was all being brought in from other countries, right? We had a great system set up. And instead of making friends with these people and backing them, it seems like America's been stabbing them in the back, right? And I don't know about you folks. I don't know about Ben Deho. He's at Johnson and all them. I'm running low on Vaseline. It's costing me too much, Johnny. I don't know what to tell you guys. You best make friends with Putin again, right? I don't know why they do this to us. And these people claim they know what they're doing. I think this whole thing started was because of our politicians were corrupt. They got caught by other countries. And you know what's funny is we told them this would happen. Now you do this, and they're going to raise the price on everything. They'll choke America out. And by golly, if they ain't choking America out. Nah, well, keep building your wall out there in Mexico. Boy, ain't that a kick in the butt? Mexican president says, no, we don't want the inflation and the dollar is just bottomed out. It's ready to collapse. Get that wall built. We don't want Americans in Mexico. If that ain't a kick in the butt, I don't know what is. I really don't know what is. America would have to make extreme changes, fast, swift, to regain control again of the country. get it back on track. You got to lower interest rates for everything. You got to make no money down home loans, and right. You can't be segregating people in loans. The banks need to quit scamming people and then turn around and say they're getting ready to collapse and they need a handout from the government. If you folks can't see that the government should be telling the banks, hey, you eat shit, right? Excuse my language, right? You're a bank. You deal in billions of dollars. You got money, the citizens' money, and here you are cutting deals or whatever, and the banks are the owners of the bank or whatever, that they'll pocket 20, 30 billion. And I said, oh, we're broke. Sorry. It's a bad deal. The Wall Street lost it all, right? That's what these people do. No, I'm not. I'm a straight man, Paige. Was born and raised on vagina and boobs. I guess it's Bendejo and all you folks out there that can't put a face on. Oh, I heard YouTube's changing. You will not be allowed to be on YouTube, even have an account without a real photo, real face recognition, and everything. It's going to be changing, folks. Thank God. It'll get rid of a lot of these idiots on YouTube. You pretty soon here, you will not be able to be on YouTube unless you have content. You won't even be able to comment unless you have content. And that content might exist or might exceed watching an ant crawl across the ground. But you will not be allowed to be on YouTube without content or a real photo, even a real name. They shouldn't even be letting people on here that ain't using their real names. People are, oh my God, you're using your government name. Well, if you folks can't understand that we should be saying, I am who I am, and this is my real name, right? But they're like, oh my God, you're going to get ripped up. Well, you folks are missing the point. Quit calling yourselves the greatest country in the world, and you can't even use your real name on the internet system, afraid of being either attacked or people ripping you off. We got a lot of work to do in America. I hope the Pentagon is listening. I hope Congress and Senate is. I hope Biden's listening. Right? Quit filling your heads and the people's heads with this is the greatest country in the world. As you take the Vaseline that they can't get no more real cheap, and you lube them up and you probe them and say it's the greatest country in the world. We're not buying it no more. But a lot of changes are coming. A lot of stuff coming. You'll no longer be able to, which the data will be able to show if these folks are buying subs, meaning paying somebody in Yao Qingchu to sit there with 1,000 phones and hit the like button and subscribe. Right? We're going to be making massive changes. A lot of you folks, I'm going to tell you just like Mr. Trump and the rest of the Congress and Senate and everyone's telling you folks, if you don't like the way America's going to be running here soon, you could leave. Right? You can go to Ethiopia or one of these third world, India, go to India or whatever. Right? Now, did we hire over 100,000 agents to watch you folks? Yes, we also hired 86,000 IRS agents to watch you folks on YouTube that are making a buttload of money and claiming it. We have also hired a bunch of other agents to watch you idiots that are committing crimes on YouTube and killing people and then doing YouTube channels to try and make it look like it was someone else. There's a lot going on, folks. Get ready for a dramatic change. As we speak right now, from what the sheriffs and everyone is saying, vigilante groups are being formed right now with the best technology and weaponry. I don't know. It's unbelievable. You know, people had to know this was going to happen one day. They had to wake up and know that it don't last forever, folks. Of course, we know that most of these people now that are causing this trouble were once government people, military people. Yeah, it's crazy. Surely it is. This is the only country where you can see this kind of madness. We should have cameras rolling 24/7. Yeah, well, what can you do? Hey, good morning, Rick. How you doing out there? I am getting ready. I'm just getting ready to leave. Getting ready to go cut a yard. No, they took my welfare away. I guess people were calling and complaining, and I'm like, the government is the one that had to put me on the disability and everything. The welfare thing, I'm not on welfare. Right? Only women get welfare. Uh, I don't know what the welfare thing is. I've never been on welfare. You mean unemployment? I have no idea what Page Turner's talking about. I've been on unemployment before. Actually, right now, I could claim, even I'm on disability, I can claim unemployment if I want. Because I worked for a long time and never claimed it. I didn't even know what unemployment was. Uh, when I was growing up, I had no idea what unemployment was. Yeah, Ricky, they're going to be pumping out a lot more money from what they're saying to another country and everything. This is just unreal. You know what? And here's the thing. I did a video yesterday showing that I was under attack by all these leaves around here. I got leaves everywhere, right? Starting to fall outside. I got on YouTube and I asked Biden, I need 17 trillion, right? I'm under attack by these leaves. They're right here. Of course, I had to blow the leaves back and push that line back, that front, that leaf front, which I did. But I was on the YouTube begging, I need 17 trillion, the best weaponry we got. And everyone's like, for what? I'm like, look at this. Leaves. Deadly leaves. Now, of course, that 17 trillion has not showed up here yet, Ricky. When it does, we'll all be eating good. But yeah, I needed 17 trillion. I had a lead problem around here. It's unreal. Yeah. Even though you're on disability and people don't pay taxes because they don't make enough to claim it, they still pay taxes. They still pay state tax. Every time you go and buy something, you still pay tax. So the government is still getting their money out of you. Even though you don't get no return, you might get a state check back for a few bucks. But they're still getting their money out of you, whether you don't make enough money to claim or not. No, I was paid check, taxes taken out. I had to. Child support. I don't know where you folks live, but out here in Indiana, and they take the money right out of your check. So I had to do that. Indiana, you don't pay taxes on food, only candy and cigarettes and soda. You pay taxes on that. The food, you don't pay taxes on. Yeah, it's just crazy what's going on. Like I said, folks, you're going to see some big changes in America soon. I'm telling you, I was on the ground laughing my butt off when that Hispanic construction guy was saying, "No, we're finishing Mexico is finishing the wall." And I about laughed when the reporter asked him why. Because of American dollar go poo poo. We don't want these people in our country. No. Yeah, America handled it all the wrong way. They should have remained friends with these people. Uh, do you know Putin wanted to join NATO? He wanted to join NATO. He wanted to be a part of it. He wanted. Why did they exclude? I don't know. I have no idea. He wanted to be a part of NATO. He wanted to cut deals. And then it just went south. Why? I don't know. Was that itself a plan from our government? I don't know. Yeah, well, the only reason I did uh, gush over Russia and China was I knew what kind of deals they had. I knew this was going to suck the life out, and it's not. It's not over, folks. More countries are going to be jumping on board. This is going to hurt America, if not crush it. Uh, you just can't kill your way out of it, right? That's what America. We'll just loot. We'll just use our nukes and go right ahead. They got more nukes than us, all these countries combined. If they teamed up together, right? So America just didn't use it. I'm sorry, folks. They just didn't use their heads right. And I'm sorry, but you folks got to suffer for it, right? I don't know. I get. Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. We don't even vote. We can go in and vote for people, and it don't even. They'll switch it around. You voted for someone else. I'm like, this is just madness. No, I would like to bring structure back to America and friendship. Right? Bobby Kennedy was right. We just should not mess with the deals. When we do something, these countries back us. When they do something, America stands up like they're the almighty. And that's what happened, right? How can you be in a group of NATO of countries, but yet, uh, whenever something they do we don't like, we got our noses in it. And this is what's sad is you got people in here like this coming in and thinking I'm a Putin fan or whatever. No, I'm a United States American citizen, right? I gotta take care of 350 million people and do what's best for them. And if that means making friends with a country that you folks don't like, so if I got to make friends with them to get a better deal before they choke this country out, unless you better get started on a bunch of refineries, a bunch of chemical warehouses and stuff, so you could start making your own medicines and everything, grow your own food. Well, half of this country don't even grow food you folks can eat. They're growing food for ethanol or growing corn for ethanol and feed. You know, a lot of uh, that they plus the land farmed for so long that the ground's lost its nutrients. You, it's just in the Bible it says you're supposed to farm the land for so long and then you're supposed to let it rest for 7 years before you plant on it again. They don't do that no more, folks. It's just a mess. Right? We're in charge of 350 million people. I'm going to do what's best for the people. If we got to become friends with these countries, which we should have. Bobby Kennedy was right that we should have been. We should have been negotiating with these people and coming to some kind of an agreement, especially with China. But I was worried about China because they're like, well, in another 10 years, there won't be a China. Right? Because of the age difference. Over 90% of their population will die because they're trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, you better start pumping out some test tube babies. Right? I don't know. What do you do? Either that or get the women, right, to start recreating. Now, these people, they always think they know everything about you and everything. No. Yeah. You know what? Being in construction, though, Paige Turner, there was jobs I had to where they paid me cash. Right? Didn't have a high school diploma. Uh, had a disability, but still was working. Never got paid by the government when I was younger. I just recently got put on disability. And people say you shouldn't tell people that because they'll try and steal from you and abuse. I'm like, do you see now why these things are happening in America when you can't even tell the truth because you're worried about these people trying to steal from you or make you? This is unbelievable, right? These people that have this frame of mind that are in our country, these are the people we want gone, right? These people act. I can't wait until these people have a dramatic accident or they get laid off from their jobs and they got no jobs, they got nothing, or they got no insurance and they have a dramatic accident and they lose every single thing they got, just like I did. Well, then we'll see how they sing a different tune. Right? It ain't fun losing everything you worked so hard to get. right? Another thing is child support, like these people keep bringing up. America is the only country just about where they go through great extremes. We got a lot of good men locked up in prison uh, over children. They've taken children and used them as a tool for money and power and possessions, right? A gift from God. These people have turned into a money-making machine. And mainly, there's not too many countries that do this child support. They stay out of the family's business and they let the family members come to some kind of an agreement to raise the kids. And thus for that's why their countries don't have uh, overpopulated prisons, halfly filled with child support dudes that just couldn't make the payment big enough because, hey, I've been there, guys, right? I had to pay child support too. It'll kill you. It'll drive you nuts. It'll. You know, I was actually thinking about going corrupt. When I had my house payment, I had to pay the child support, property tax, insurance on the vehicles. I actually thought about going corrupt to try and pay for it all. Right? America's on its demise, folks. There ain't very many tough guys left in America. They're mainly all locked up in prison for either murder, rape, massive felonies for stealing or whatever, and child support. You know, it's a catch-22. The government will help you out with child support and tax breaks and everything, which is good when the government is good. And they said, we'll help you with this. We're not going to tell you how to raise your kid, but we'll help you with this, tax breaks, yada, yada, yada. But then in the same breath, if you don't pay your child support, they'll lock you up and harass you or whatever, right? They'll take your driver's license, right? So therefore now they want you to pay this money, but yet now they take your driver's license. Now you can't even drive to the job to make the money. You can't even drive to the job to make your money because you ain't got no license. Because they took it because of child support or whatever. This is madness, folks. Complete madness. I think I'm going to let you folks know again. I'm going to let Congress know again, and Senate and Congress and Pentagon. We found the axis of evil, and we didn't even have to leave our own country. We didn't even have to leave our own country. They're killing us, folks. They are sucking the life out of Americans. If you don't jump on board with these people, they'll suck the life out of you. Oh. And boy, the kicker is going to be when they find out that a lot of people have been raising kids and they're not even their real kids. That's the real shocker. I'd be like, what? You raise a kid for 20, 30, 40 years and then you find out it's not even your kid. That's a shocker. Then what are they going to do? I don't know. I have no idea. I know this much. I need $17 trillion because I'm getting attacked by a bunch of leaves that are falling from these trees. It's unbelievable. I could use 17 trillion and maybe a bunch of, I don't know, truckloads of food, clean water, all kinds of stuff. No, we don't need a revolution. We just need to compromise come to some kind of an agreement. Something. We don't need war. I know that because we can't afford it. Hell, they planned this. They sucked us dry. Let America be the superpower. They can use all their weaponry and all their ammo and all their stuff. And that's exactly what they did. They sucked us dry. Now you got Trump. You got Trump on there saying, nah, go figure. We're running out of ammo. Yeah, go figure. America don't even realize that most of these countries create these wars for the simple fact to suck our resources out of us. Ammo, food. Hold on, folks.
We are unavailable to take your call. Please leave a message and thank you for calling.
Nah, Ricky. Everyone keeps saying they want to go to Kentucky. If the folks even knew that Kentucky is actually on fire underground, right? You don't hear a lot about it. We try and keep it quiet. Is it burning, Nicole? Sure it is. What do you think that all that steam is coming up from the ground out there in the Kentucky hills and everything? That's coal burning. Yeah, I don't think you folks are smart enough to hang with Johnny Kramer. I really don't. I'm dumber than a box of rocks. But Kentucky is burning underground and so many other places. We got lava shifts. Everything's going crazy. Get ready. Ricky, get your Dave Levine coffee cups out. We might need them. Thank God them shirts that Dave got her, that he sent us, were pure cotton. They soak everything up. Thank God. Folks, make sure you check out Dave Levine's channel at 8:30 at night on Wednesdays. There are some places in Kentucky that are burning in the ground. Yep. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on in America. Could we be fixing this stuff? Yes. Yes, we could. Oh my God, look at the time. I got to get going. Ricky, I want to thank you for stopping in. Get ready, Rick. You go, dang. Get ready. We got old man winter on the way, Ricky. You know, I could do without the snow. They're saying maybe a little above average temperatures. Hey, I can deal with 30, 40 degree temperatures in the winter time, and maybe a couple inches of snow, a foot of snow at that, throughout the year or whatever. You know, I can handle that. This 50 below zero. I remember in Chicago growing up when we had that. I think the temperatures reached with the wind chill 50 below zero. It was cold back then, 70s and 80s in Illinois, right? Cold. I remember 75, 76, that snowstorm that hit Illinois. I'm telling you, folks, we had drifts all the way up to our gutters. I was actually getting on my roof and sliding down on a sled right into a drift. That's how much snow was out there. 8, 9, 10 feet drifts of snow. It was unreal. It was unbelievable. And we just haven't gotten a winter like that in a long time. Things are changing. Everything's changing. Well, maybe Ricky. Ricky might be right. That's why these squirrels are running around out here with black coats. Dark black coats. Maybe cold and a lot of snow this winter, maybe, Rick. They're saying the temperatures are supposed to be above average, right? So when these cold fronts come in, it'll collide with the warm front and dump massive amounts of snow. It might not snow a lot during the span of winter, but the storms that we do get will drop massive amounts of snow because of the warm temperatures and then the cold temps coming down from Canada. That it'll be a snow making machine, right? It might snow for 2-3 days, just massive amounts of snow, and then all of a sudden become 40, 50 degrees out and melt it all away or whatever. We're hoping that. Yeah, they've been out running all over the place, getting their nuts. I don't know. I got to go. Ricky, thanks for stopping in, and thank Paige Turner and all the rest of you folks that watch. God bless America. Lord, I know it's not the promised land. It's not the Holy Land, but if you can look out for us Americans, we'd appreciate it, because the devil is just backed right in. Beep, 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 beep. He's dumped a whole load right on America. Right? He's messing everything up. All right, God bless you all. Ricky says I got to get the oil changed in the four-wheeler. I just got my oil changed. I got my new battery. Next week, I go to get my tires for my car. And I'm all set. I think I might check my serpentine belt. I think I'm pretty much all set. I do got everything to do my brakes. I wonder if I should try doing my brakes before winter. I mean, the brakes are still good, but I haven't put a set of brakes on the car since I've owned it 6 years. But when I bought the car, there was only 15,000 miles on it, if that. So, and from what the mechanics is saying, I got them new lifetime brake pads on it or whatever. I mean, what the hell? I'm still going to change the brakes on it. I went and got all the parts and everything for it. I can tell you this much: I miss having my own house and garage set up. You know, and I was able to work on my car, change the brakes, do whatever. Them days are long gone. I'm not allowed to work on a car here, being in the apartment complex. That's the laws. You're not allowed to work on your vehicle here. So I don't know. Maybe next year I'll just pull over down one of the side of these dirt roads and take my floor jack and jack up the car, the front end, and just do the brakes on it real fast. Right there on a dirt road. Why not? I don't think they'll say anything if I do. No, I think I'm done painting this year. Oh, wait. She did say she wanted something else painted, but I think I'm pretty much done. Maybe. I don't know. Not too much painting left. Mainly thing now coming up will be leaves. She's got 6 or 7 giant maple trees on the property. When the leaves come down, oh my God. Yeah, it's a lot of leaves. A lot of leaves. Yeah, Ricky, I think I'll just pull down one of the side roads down here by Fish Lake. Bring my floor jack. I got an air compressor and impactor, and I'll just get pull the wheel off. bust the caliber off of it. It's either that or pay $200 for the garage to do it, Ricky. Right? $200 to put the shoes on. I think it's more than that, 250 something. I think they want her. So maybe I'll just pull down one of these old dirt roads or something and bring the floor jack with and jack it up. Bring my air compressor with, pop the tires, pop the caliber off, shoes off, check the wheel bearings, put the brake shoes back in it, pop the caliber back on it, tighten it up, put the wheel on it, be out of there. Car broke down, right? I threw a shoe. Well, all the Amish always say that. You talk to what happened? I threw a shoe yesterday on that dang road down there. Of course, they're talking about their horses. Amish only use horses, buggy. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think I'll just let it go for this winter. Brakes are working good enough. Come spring, I'll put new rotors and brake pads all the way around the car. But other than that, I'm pretty much ready for winter. Next week, I get my tires for the car, have them put on, put my new battery in, and I'm all set. I'll be all set for winter. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm having trouble with my fluctuation door in my car for the heater. Sometimes when I hit the button, Rick, to go to defrost, it won't go to defrost. It can't find defrost, the fluctuation door in the dashboard. And it stays where the heat just blows directly in your face, right, the front panel. So I've been watching some stuff on YouTube. They are known to go bad, but they're also known to be, the computer runs it. So I've seen a couple videos that say disconnect the battery, that'll reset the whole computer, and that fluctuation door might work. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. How you doing? You need some coffee? There's one of the great mods I have. She's the only one that ever shows up in my chats. Yes, a little bit of coffee. Okay, because I'm just getting ready to leave. I got to go cut a yard. Let me get Debbie some coffee real quick. Put a whole bunch of coffee out for you guys. And y'all can share the coffee. All right. I'm just going to put a bunch out there for you. There you guys go. There you go. All right, there's your coffee. Enjoy. Yeah, but Rick, I think I'm just going to get my tires next week, throw my battery in, and I'm ready. I'm ready for winter. Come spring, I'll change my rotors and brake pads. I already got all the stuff. Oh, you guys are welcome. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I've got have the oil changed at Trail Boss soon. You know, there's a guy down the street here that's been selling dirt bikes, four-wheelers, left and right, used ones. I was thinking about getting a four-wheeler or dirt bike, but where am I going to keep it? Being on my shed is so full of car parts and everything from my other cars. A couple of weeks ago, I threw out 4 tires out of my shed. I got a couple hoods in there, a couple mirrors, side mirrors. Had a couple. I got a bunch of stuff left over from my IROC and Trans Am that I threw out. Didn't need it. I got the go-karts in there, a couple tractors. Yeah, I got to clean everything out of there. Got to clean it all out of there. Get ready for winter. Laney, how you doing? How's everything going? Good morning. I put some coffee in chat, Laney. If you want some, grab some. Feel free. Hell, we have 2021 Silverado Trail Boss. We don't even have 12,000 miles on it yet. Oil changed 3 times already. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy out here. I can tell you what, the leaves are starting to turn real fast out here. I'm sorry, I'm putting my shoes on. I'm getting ready to go cut this lady's yard. Oh my God, my back. I'm getting old, man. Back and everything. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Can you guys see the coloration? Sweet Jesus. Can you see the coloration change in the leaves? It's just like overnight. Wake up one day and you're like, wait a minute, that tree was green yesterday. Now it's turning yellow. Yeah, that whole synthetic thing. Was that a ripoff or what, Ricky? Well, synthetic, you can go longer without oil changes. Yes. It costs a lot more, though, don't it? Sure does. And then when you want to go ahead and change back to just regular oil, they're like, you can't do that. You'll blow your car up. So now you're stuck with having to pay for that synthetic oil. That's a lot more expensive than the other oil. It's phenomenal, right? It's phenomenal. Boy, did they get us, right? Who were the idiots that designed that? This is great oil. It keeps its velocity and it don't break down and you get 5,000 miles out of it. That's great. But what about 1 month of or one oil change? I just can't afford that synthetic oil. Then what? Well, then you're screwed. Because if you go back to regular oil, you'll blow your car up. This is unbelievable. You're kidding me. No. You got to stick with some kind of a synthetic blend. If you go back to regular oil, it'll wreck your car. Unbelievable. So now, no matter what, you're stuck with putting. Will I put synthetic in my car again that I'd buy? I don't know. It is a good oil. But who are these people making oil to where we can't switch back to regular oil? If that's the case, we might as well just make synthetic oil. What do we need oil for? If we can create something that is like oil, but better. Oh, yeah. I just went and had my oil changed a couple months ago, Rick. Yeah. And that's just the oil and filter. That's it. That's it. And depending on what synthetic you get, it could be more than $90 or $100. But that's it. That's the oil change. You get oil and a filter. $100. And you got to wait 2 hours to get it done. This is unbelievable. What kind of country do I live in? Do I have to do everything around me? All right, I am going to leave. This is an hour video. I got some work to go. I got to make a couple dollars. Cutting this lady's yard. My back is killing me. My heart is killing me. Lack of love. Lack of love from human infection or affection from a woman. I'm gonna have to get me one of these robot dolls or something. Wife, I'm not sure. Might have to ship Debbie in from Area 51. Don't worry, Debbie. I'll ship you here from Area 51. I will be the first human man to have an alien / AI intelligent woman wife. Yeah, a lot of people are jealous. A lot of you men are jealous. This robot has a button I can push on and it just don't talk the whole day. I mean, this is phenomenal. A lot of guys are going, I want one. Can you put one of them in my human wife? No. I can't do that. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying you wish you had one of them don't talk buttons or mute buttons for your wives. You can only get this in AI technology. Humans will not do that. Yes, Ricky, have a great day. I got to get going here. I got to get going. Hell, $100. I don't get no oil change. I don't get no tire rotation. Excuse me. I got to get up and moving, folks. God bless you all. Look at the leaf. Can you folks see the leaves out there changing? Can anyone see that? It's changing. We're heading into October. What, next week? I think is October. What's the date today? The 23rd? 22nd? Not long. We'll be in October. And before you know it, we'll be into November. One of the best holidays that I love. Thanksgiving. Come on, guys. You know it. I know it. What other holiday do you eat so good? I can tell you what holiday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. Right? That's when all the good food comes out around here at the family house or around. Right? You don't eat good all year until November, December, and then Easter. Right? That's when we eat our good foods. I'm planning for a good Thanksgiving and holiday dinners and everything. Food. Good God. What is it good for? Survival. This year for Thanksgiving, I'm eating MIRs, gravy, turkey. I'm joking. All right, folks. Have a great day. Be safe. I got to go get this yard done and get back. And then tomorrow I got to go over to Mutter's. I got to go over to my Mutter's this weekend, I think, and cut down all her plants and get that done. for her, and then I don't have to worry about that. Me mother. Have to go over to me mother's house. All right, folks. Have a great day. God bless you all. And good God Almighty, what are we dealing with? It's some kind of an entity. It's got to be some kind of a demon or spirit or somebody, or I don't know what it is in Indiana or YouTube, or I don't know. I think I've been alien abducted. I'm not sure. All right, you folks have a great night. Be safe. God bless. See you next video.